What's up guys, in this video we're going to be looking at ticker symbol SHLL or HYLIION stock. We're going to see if this stock is actually a great opportunity to buy right now. We're going to be talking about in detail if this company has a potential to recover from a huge sell-off that it had within the past few weeks, in the past few days. I'm also going to show you guys exactly what is a great time to buy the dip. I'm going to explain to you guys in detail with a live example of what stocks to buy the dip on and what to avoid specific companies. I'm going to show you with an example that was super famous with a penny stock GNUS. A lot of people know about this penny stock. There's been a lot of hype, and I'm going to show you when and why to buy the dip. So make sure you stay tuned. I'm going to go in detail about all this information coming up. Now let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so before we get into the video, make sure you smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. If you have any comments or any questions, make sure you drop in the comment section below guys. So as I mentioned, I'm going to show you guys exactly what is the right time to buy the dip. So before we get into that, you can see that HYLIION stock, which is currently trading at ticker symbol SHLL, they're still on the process of merging to be IPO'd pretty soon. So as you can see, the stock actually went down from the high that it made to currently $17.97. So it's down 43.56%. So that is a lot. That's a lot of pullback. So a lot of people are getting involved with this stock. A lot of hype was involved in this stock, mainly because of Nikola stock did a similar kind of merger, and when that thing happened, it went up straight to $90 within like 2-3 days. So a lot of hype was anticipating, and people are expecting the same kind of move to happen with HYLIION stock. So this is when they initially also announced that they're going to be merging and going IPO pretty soon. So a lot of hype happened. The stock eventually went to $31, close to like $35 in one day. So now it's dipping back, pulling back down to $17.97. And as you can see over here, Nikola stock is down to $29.92. So basically went to the price point where initially broke out of. So when is a good opportunity to buy the dip? So I told you guys I'm going to explain to you guys with this specific example. So what you want to look at is I want to talk about GNUS stock. So before you buy the dip, you need to also understand that if there is a potential for this company, is there a catalyst coming up pretty soon, and if that is going to make the stock move to the upside. So you need to do more due diligence, you need to do more research, and understand that is the resources that you're looking at are accurate or not. So GNUS was a penny stock. There was a lot of hype that came with this stock, and a lot of people start buying it when it was actually at around the top, which is $10 and $9, $6. There's a lot of hype. A Netflix deal is going to be announced, and all of the people, all the mainstream medias, we're also kind of picking it up a little bit time by time. So after it kind of dipped, it did not actually recover pretty good, so it kind of had a support over here, which is at $4, and it bounced a little bit to the upside, but it did not hold the $4 area. So even if you buy the dip, you need to understand there's going to be a level that you need to set for yourself as a support, and you expect that level to be respected by price action. So if the price does not respect that, you need to get out of it. So that is the most important thing. You need to understand when you're actually buying the dip. So really understand, like, buying the dip is really risky when it comes to stocks that you're speculating, because this is really speculative stock. And also like HYLIION stock, also in the short term is speculative, but we're going to be talking about exactly in detail why the company has potential to go to the upside. But in the short term, when you look at price action, if you're buying the dip for the long term, you also need to set up a specific risk price points. So that's why this stock did not respect it. Even if you buy the dip, it went down. So this is a classic pump and dump stock chart, as you can see, GNUS penny stock. So also when you look at Nikola stock, it kind of looks similar, but however, there was a lot of transaction that kind of happened with the SEC, and the PIP investors that are involved in it did not have the opportunity to sell off their shares right away, so they had to file and wait. So once that confirmed, they decided, of course, to take a profit, because they're up pretty huge a lot. So that is what caused some of the stock to sell off in the short term, and it bounced back again. So if you decide to buy the dip over here of $40, if you believe that this area is support, you could have made a profit, So, but however, this stock actually did not respect, the $40 support that it had over here, and it went down. So this is an example of course, if you mark as the area as a support, you want to get out as quick as possible if this stock does not respect that price point, So, however, the other important thing that I want to talk to you guys about is what is the potential. So if you pick a stock that has the potential of a news event that's going to be coming out pretty soon, there's a catalyst that's could potentially move the stock to the upside, just like HYLIION Stock. There's going to be a merger happening pretty soon in the next few months. So when that news comes out, if the company can, of course, spike up to the upside. So is it a good time to buy the dip? So this is one of the other companies I want to talk about, which is INO. This was also a penny stock. However, when you look at the price action, it spiked up significantly at this point in time because they announced that they're going to be working on a vaccine and people got excited, kind of similar to HYLIION stock. That kind of happened, people got excited, they're going to be doing a merger going up like that. So, the stock eventually went up, just like shot up right away. So, however, when you look at INO, it just went down. Even though the sell-off for HYLIION stock is not similar, it just sold off a lot. But when this kind of price action happens, when the stocks sell off drastically to the downside, what you want to question is, are you going to be involved in it in the short term, or are you going to swing trade it, or is going to be potential for in the future for this stock to spike up again? So for HYLIION stock, there's going to be merger that can happen, and also the company is kind of solid. We're going to talk about that later on pretty soon. But for INO stock also, there's going to be potential that they're going to get a vaccine, and they're still on the process of getting a phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 trial. So when these kind of drastic sell-off kind of happen, it's really it shakes off a lot of people when they get involved in it. They get super excited, they buy it when it's going up a lot within a short period of time, and it just sells off again. But you need to do more research and understand that there's going to be another news that's going to be coming out. So, and the stock eventually consolidated for a few months within not doing much, and then it broke out again, right? It broke out again. And then you also see like, okay, am I going to buy the dip, or am I going to buy it over here? The people might get excited again and be like, oh my God, there's going to be an opportunity. You could buy it again, it dips again too, so you might get chopped up a lot if you don't have a specific plan of like 2, 3, 4 months ahead, of the company, depending upon the catalyst. So you need to understand that important information. You don't want to get chopped off. And the ideal thing to do is to have a plan. Okay, there's going to be news coming out within the next few months. When the stock dips, that's an opportunity to add to your position. If you want to hold the stock, swing trade it for a few months. Also the downside about that is your capital is going to be locked in that stock. Let's say you have $1,000 and you decide to swing trade INO stock. Every time like it dips, you're buying more shares. Your capital is going to be locked on this specific company for a long time until the stock eventually spikes up. So then you can like sell off for a profit. But you need to really understand the capital, the stock that you're getting involved in, and understand if there's a huge move that can happen in the future that is going to be worth your time, because you're spending a lot of time holding the stock, and that is one of the things that is the downside of buying dips and holding and swing trading in the short term. So now let's talk about HYLIION stock. Is it actually a good time to buy the dip, and what is the good price point to buy the dip at? So right now, as you can see, it's kind of going over to the price point where it broke out, which is $20. It shot up from $20 to $35 close. Now it's pulling back again, and if it can consolidate over here, if it doesn't go below the area that it just popped up over here, it's a good opportunity to to get involved in if you believe in the company. Now let's look at in detail about the company. I told you guys that there's a potential for this company in the future. So this is one of the presentations that they did about going in detail about what their plan is when it comes to the trucks and what is the main things that they're solving. All of these companies that we talk about, for example, INO, they're solving the vaccine. They're solving an issue with the pandemic. So there's a lot of going to be price movement actions happening in the stock, and the stock just spikes up. So for this specific company, they are solving, of course, the environmental issues, which is carbon emissions. So that is their main goal, and that is their main target. So 335 HYLIION Hypertruck ERX eliminates 1 million metric tons of CO2. So that is their main goal for this company, is to eliminate that. And when you look at in detail about their mission statement, be the leading powertrain provider of electrified solutions for the commercial vehicle industry, electrifying trucking, reduce GHG emissions, lowest total cost of ownership, strong customer demand, and 800 billion market opportunity. So that is really, really good. Now let's look further if HYLIION stock actually has a solid opportunity to go to the upside even after the merger. You know, a lot of people got involved in it because they saw the hype of, you know, Nikola stock. When it did the merger, it just shot up to the upside. That was like a lot of investors got their attention on this company because of that. But if you believe there's going to be an opportunity in this company in the long term, let's see if there's an actual opportunity, if this company is going to solve a problem. So this company has two trucks. The one is the HYLIION hybrid electric, and then the other one is the Hypertruck ERX, which is going to be full electric. You know, so that is one of the things that makes it different. It has a hybrid and electric version too. HYLIION offers the lowest total cost of ownership. So now this is super important because they're actually talking about the two other companies that are in the same sector that's going to be competing with them. So the first one, you got the Tesla. Second one, we got Nikola truck. So when you look at the main vehicle that we have currently around the world, which is a diesel truck, availability and the upfront vehicle cost is going to be $132,000. And for hybrid truck, this is just a hybrid. This is not just the electric, but this is just a hybrid. They have is $157,000, and the 7-year total fuel cost is going to be $299,000. And for HYLIION hybrid is only $241,000. 7-year total cost of ownership is $431,850. For the hybrid, it's $404,000. So you save around. Now, when you look at the HyperX, which is going to be the full electric one, you're going to be able to save 35%, and also the 7-year total cost of ownership is $279,776. When you look at the Tesla truck, you see that you're actually going to be losing, 1% compared to some of the diesel trucks that you see over here today. And also the fuel, when you look at Nikola is just a disaster, which is $637,000. And also the 7-year total cost, fuel cost, which is $98,000. This is $350,000. And the electric for the HYLIION is $94,776. We got the upfront vehicle cost. Nikola truck is expensive, which is $235,000, and the Hypertruck ERX is $228,000, and the Tesla is actually cheaper, which is quite surprising. So 2021 is going to be the availability. The Nikola is going to be in 2023, and the ERX is just similar to the Tesla, and it's a 2021. So one of the more important thing I had a question about in the past is, do they have trucks on the road? Yes, HYLIION has the hybrid electric truck available right now, and people are using it. So this is one of the benefits that you get from using the hybrid electric today. The best cost and emission infrastructure. So this is one of the infrastructures that are existing around the world right now. As you can see, the hydrogen is going to cost $12 billion. Estimated total cost to establish 729 stations. And when you look at the overall performance, and they are outperformed the competition. So the range for Tesla is 500 miles, Nikola 750 miles. For Hypertruck ERX is 1,300. That is super awesome. Payload capacity for Tesla is 43,000, Nikola 48,000. The ERX is 53,000. Refuel or charge time for Tesla is 30, Nikola 10, ERX 10. Performance 0-60 miles per hour loaded. The Tesla is going to be 20. Nikola 30, ERX is going to be 20. And also the Hypertruck actually had a 1,000 order already established, so that is really good. That's really cool to know. And also they actually had, all of these partners, strategic partners that they have. And there's also an 800 billion, one of the things that we talked about for this specific company to reach. So the target customers for the company, of course, going to be UPS, Amazon, you got FedEx, you got Swift, Walmart, all these major companies that you know of actually can benefit from the truck that HYLIION is going to be producing pretty soon, which is going to be the full electric truck in 2021. Also, the CEO seemed very knowledgeable, a lot of experience. So Thomas is going to be the CEO, founder of HYLIION in 2015, Forbes 30 under 30 in 27, and this is all his credentials. And also, as you can see, the CFO is his Chief Financial Officer, 30 years of senior finance and CFO experience. That's fantastic. The Chief Technology Officer, 23 years senior engineer experience in automotive industry. And the Chief Operating Officer also has 35 years of experience. So they have a lot of experience that work for different companies, for Dell, all these major companies that they work for. So there's a lot of opportunities for this company in the future that have really great management team. So that is one of the things that you want to pay attention to if you want to get involved in it, not just for the short term quick trade scalp opportunities a lot of people took advantage of, but however, there's still going to be potential if you want to buy the dip, so do extra more research about this company before you get involved in it. However, it kind of dipped pretty good, which is fantastic if you're somebody that was kind of missed the boat, if you missed the boat of the company, and if you see the potential of this company, this is a solid dip buying opportunity. So anyway guys, that's going to be it for the video guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash the like button. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe. If you have any questions or any comments, make sure to drop in the comment section below. Have a wonderful day.